Hello, my name is Abigail Chu. I'm currently in Dr. Wu Healy's group, and in this video, I will be giving a tutorial on how to use REDEN for 2D NMR in basic mode. So to start off, I have already opened my NHSQC spectra, and I will be using this peak right here as my example to see if there is a shouldering peak hidden. I'm gonna click on this icon to make my pointer mode in zoom mode, because I want to zoom in on this peak only. So let's zoom in. Once we are zoomed in and making sure that this peak is not picked, I can now open REDEN by either typing in the 2-letter code RE, and then this window will pop up. And the title here says REDEN for 2D NMR because we are working with 2D NMR. That's perfect. There is also one for 3D NMR. Both 2D NMR and 3D NMR have basic and advanced mode. In this video, I'm just going over the basic mode of the 2D NMR, which is just this screen right here. But to access advanced mode, you just have to click on this checkbox, and that will be in another video. So in basic mode, you can set the number of peaks you think are there. Otherwise, you can just follow the default value. This default value is one more than the local maxima could find, so kind of following that n+1 equation. And if you want a more detailed description, you can hover over the words and it will give you a good summary of it. And for this demonstration, I'm just going to stick to the default value, the given value. So once you're ready, you can just press fit. And so once you press fit, you have, you see a graph looking like this, and you have 5 different options to see your result. You have all these 5. The first one is show fit. Show fit is just the 3D plot that you would get initially as soon as you press fit. But in case if you go to somewhere else, you can go back to this 3D plot. That's what this option is for. So in this 3D plot, you can see that the red is the fit and the blue is the original. And to help visualize this, the main tool really, there are different tools here at the bottom, but the main tool really is the slider, this button right, this icon right here says that if you hover over it says configure subplots. Once you hover it, you get this window of sliders. So you can slide around to adjust the size of your plot. So you have left, bottom, right, top, width space, height space, and if you after messing around, you want to go back to original, you can just press reset. And you also have the option of saving your figure in different file types. You have PNG, EPS, JPEG, etc. And that is there. And one more thing to add is that there is an R² value here to see how well the fit is. So the closer this value is to 1, the better the fit is. And you can also see the status right here that says fit successful. And so this is a 3D plot. Next, we have show fit contour. Show fit contour is the 2D version of it. I guess the bird eye view of it. And you have different tools here to view this a little better. Again, the black is the original, the blue is the fit cluster, and the dot and the X are the max point of each original and fit cluster. So you can click on zoom, this icon right here, zoom to rectangle, making sure that your cursor now has a plus sign. You can draw a rectangle to zoom in on whichever area you want. And you can zoom in like this or even more. And you can use these arrows to go back to your previous view. So a little more zoomed out or a little more zoomed in. And the home icon just resets to the original view. And this icon here is to pan your axes. So you can move the plot around like this. And yeah, just making sure that your cursor does have the right icon. And again, you can configure the subplot. You can adjust the size to whichever you would like this. So I'm just going to reset it again. And once again, you also have the option to save the figure here. Next, we have show each peak to show your individual peaks. So blue is peak 1, green is peak 2. Since you can tell that there is a peak 2, then it does seem like there was a shouldering peak hidden. You can just pan around and see the different angles of this plot. Then we have show parameters. This gives you the fit parameter for the two different peaks. You have amplitude values, you have the gamma coordinates in the x direction and y direction, you have the skew value, and then you have the bias in x direction and y direction. And you can press OK once you're done looking at that. And then once you're satisfied with this, you can import this back to POKY, to import the new peaks to the spectrum. And you can see here that they did import and this was successful. So this is the end of the REDEN for 2D NMR and basic mode tutorial. Thank you for watching.